To release some of the down pressure, what you need to do is you put tension on the top spring here to lift some of that weight off the ground for the broom. Now, as the broom runs, the debris that actually moves to the path of the sweeping head, the path behind the broom is actually going to be clean. Furthermore, the path of the sweeping head, it needs to be clear, so the skid on the side of the sweeping head is actually got a clear path and it doesn't run over rocks and debris like that. Normally street sweepers that clean city streets, highways, they come with steel bristles. However, the sweepers that actually clean airports, it is necessary for the bristles to be plastic. So therefore, this is the difference between the steel bristles and the plastic ones or vinyl. Now, the tension of the spring for the broom with vinyl bristles, it needs to be greater than what it is with brooms that come with steel bristles. And the reason is the brooms are actually having a flickering effect to move the debris into the path of the sweeping head. So if there is too much down pressure on the broom with plastic bristles, therefore the bristles are going to bend too far, they're going to wear too fast, and therefore they're pushing the debris rather than flickering it. That is the difference. Now, as I said, 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock, that should be the strike pattern on the broom on the right-hand side. Now, the sweeping head, on the other hand, the side plate on the sweeping head needs to be directly to the ground, so it will follow the pattern of the road, and it will not allow anything, any kind of debris, sand, gravel, whatever, to move or blow to the side of the sweeping head. The rear flap of the sweeping head, it needs to be sealing all the way across to the pavement. That will not allow any kind of trail when the sweeping process is being done. Moving to the left-hand side of the sweeper, again, the left-hand side broom, the adjustment on the left-hand side broom, it should be 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. So therefore, anything on this side of the street is going to be cleaned up and the debris will be moved and diverted into the path of the sweeping head. Now the path of the sweeping head, of course, it always works to 12 o'clock. Now, as we can see, the side plate is all the way sealing to the ground, so therefore it's not going to be any kind of trail or blow-by to the side of the sweeping head. Now, the next thing, of course, that is very, very important is to make sure that the springs, there are 2 in the front and 2 in the rear of the sweeping head. Those springs, they're going to have to be tight, so it will allow the sweeping head to glide over the pavement so it doesn't wear the skid plates abnormally. There are some adjustments that have to be done with the curb brooms. One of the adjustments is, of course, the tension of the outside spring. The tension of the outside spring depending on how fast you want the broom to come out. The broom is coming out with the help of the outside spring and the rotation of the broom. It is not pushed out hydraulically. So therefore, if the broom is not coming fast enough out, that spring here, it needs to have more tension. Now, you can actually tension the spring from the eye bolt right here, and of course, if you run out of eye bolt, you can actually shorten the chain on the other side of the spring. Now, of course, the top spring here, it is actually the adjustment for the down pressure, and of course, the adjustment is done by the eye bolt here. Now, anytime, of course, that the broom needs to be adjusted as far as the strike pattern goes, the adjustments need to be done without any tilt on the tilt cylinder here, and of course, the GEO, the gutter broom extension override actuator, needs to be all the way out. The broom has a natural tilt, and the only thing that you have to adjust at some point or time will be the rod on the top of the broom arm. So as the broom wears, the bristles that is, eventually it's going to have some more forward tilt, so that adjustment needs to be done by the turnbuckle on the top of the broom arm. Turning the turnbuckle in and shorten the strike of the turnbuckle, it will bring the broom forward, and that is going to give more strike pattern of the broom. Naturally, the broom bristles on the curved broom are 12 inches long. So in order to keep the flickering effect that we talked about on the curved broom to clean the path of the curb, the broom should be changed at 6 inches. That is a halfway to the length of the bristle.